So let's begin by pretending you already know how this works. And isn't that strange? Because if you already know it, then what we're doing here is just reminding you of what your unconscious has always been practicing. A 5-year-old sits down to solve a puzzle. You say, "Let me help you. This one's hard." And something in their face dims just a flicker as their brain quietly rewires itself. Hard, not for me. I need help. Now rewind, same child, same puzzle. But this time you say, "You're great at these. Let's see how fast you figure this one out." What happens? Their fingers move faster, their eyes lock on. And even when they struggle, they press on, because the expectation installed the identity of a capable mind. You didn't teach them how to solve the puzzle, you taught them who they are. There's a manager, and her team is struggling with deadlines. So she prepares a long presentation, slides, graphs, step-by-step walkthroughs. She begins. I know this has been confusing for a lot of you, so I'll try to make it simple. Half the room glazes over. She loses them before slide 3. Now imagine she opens with this instead. You've all seen versions of this before. We're just connecting the dots now. And what happens? The same content lands differently. People lean forward. Questions become smarter. Initiative ignites. Why? Because when you speak to the competence in others, you activate it. That's the mirror neuron symphony. That's the psychosocial loop of competence. That's neuro-linguistic resonance field firing up. You see, when you believe someone is smart, you speak with them, not at them. And when they feel that you're speaking with them, their brain calibrates to your respect. And that calibrates their self-image. You're no longer telling them what's true. You're inviting them to remember what they already suspected about themselves, but were waiting for permission to believe. Ever tried this? You're at the checkout. The cashier seems checked out, robotic, distant. Most people respond with apathy, but instead, you look them in the eye and say, "You're really good at what you do." No sarcasm, just presence. And suddenly something changes, a blink, a breath, a softening. Why? Because people rise to the version of themselves. You hand them in your tone, your look, your assumption. Your belief is a mirror, and humans, they're biologically wired to reflect it. This is why the most powerful communicators never dumb things down. They raise people up. They say, this might just confirm what you've always known, but never put into words. You've probably thought this thought already. Let's just refine the signal. You already see this. I'm just your reminder. And in doing that, they don't teach information, they activate transformation. Because the moment someone feels understood and seen, at the highest possible level, they start living from there. Why this works, and you already know. Mirror neurons reflect what's modelled. Assume understanding and it spreads. Presupposition installs belief without resistance. Respect reduces defensiveness and accelerates integration. Beliefs rewrite identity faster than information ever can. People live into the frame you give them, especially when the frame feels like truth. So now you're wondering, what if I don't believe that they're that capable? That's when it matters most to speak as if they are, because the language you use becomes the signal they become. So imagine walking through the world from today forward, with a simple secret running underneath your words. They already understand, and suddenly they start to. They already know, and knowledge wakes up. They already are what they need to be. And you watch people rise, and in believing in them, you become the one they begin to believe in too. And that changes everything.